Seeing these protests yesterday, the hands-off protest, this free Luigi stuff, I don't like this. Stuff like this is unacceptable. We don't need this. Or this, a guillotine. I don't think people realize the French Revolution was not a success story. It was a total disaster and failure. Which brings me to today in history, April 6, 1793, the Committee for Public Safety was established. Sounds great, right? A couple guys wearing revolutionary bonnets coming out with a committee for the public safety. However, it was a power grab and basically a coup, if you will, by the legislation that was all full of corruption, and all they really did was lop off heads of anybody who questioned them. Didn't matter who, but they were all about, well, we're for the revolution. Fun fact, so was the King and Queen of France. There's Louis XVI wearing the revolutionary bonnet. Didn't matter, lopped off his head, and his wife, and anybody else who questioned the revolution at all. They even gave themselves a nice, cool seal to show how proud they were of being for the public safety by lopping heads off of anybody who questioned them. And it was led by this guy, the radical Jacobin. The Jacobins were radical to begin with, but this is Maximilien Robespierre. And he loved lopping heads off, heads rolling in the streets. Anybody who questioned him or the French Revolution, but mostly even just him. He became a godlike figure, and people today actually see him as a hero for some reason. He was lopping off the heads of friends in the Reign of Terror, which he presided over. Just anybody who says anything, if your neighbor questioned him, hey, I don't think Bob is big on revolution. Well, Bob's going on the guillotine. Thanks to this guy in the Reign of Terror. That's what he was all about. Until finally they lopped his head off because they were sick and tired of him. And so you would think, well, finally, they're all gone. The French Revolution then succeeded, right? Wrong. Then they get Napoleon. Then you have the Napoleonic Wars and the French Empire. But they get rid of him. Finally, he's exiled, right? So everything's good? No. Then they bring back Louis XVIII, the brother of the king they lopped off. They bring him. And then Napoleon comes back. So they exile Napoleon again. And then bring back Louis XVIII. Again, the brother of the king they executed for the revolution. So they're right there. And then afterwards, finally, we give a democratic system. And who did they elect? Napoleon III, the nephew of Napoleon, who becomes the final monarch and emperor of France. So they went back to the monarchy and empire of France after the revolution. This did not end until they lost the Franco-Prussian War in 1870. It took Germany, or Prussia at the time, if you will, to encircle Paris for France to finally come down with their democratic system. All this, the French Revolution was not a success. So these people are ridiculous, and this guy really needs to go to the gym.